CPS Boxing News Inc. from the city of New York and right here in New York City. Let's welcome CZarina McCoy, the Black Rose. Hey,
Hello, hi.
welcome to New York City. How's
Thank
everything?
you.
How's the atmosphere?
It's great. I've never been to New York City before, so this is my first time. It's been a really interesting experience, but the city is nice. I like the city.
Right, amazing. We just experienced, this fight. Sandra Sayas, Damien Sosa, Mikaela Mayer, congrats to her.
Yes.
And Sandy, Ryan,
Yeah.
hey, I know she will bounce back, this is boxing and eventually, fights when it comes to women's boxing. I love, and every fan loves, to see women's boxing action and all of that. And talking about action, you already performing great action every time that you step into the ring. What's next for you? I mean,
So right now I'm still recovering from my injury. I'm getting to the end stages where I can start getting back into the gym. So hopefully we're looking at a date November or December of this year. I for sure want to get one more before the end of the year. But it's just been a long time for recovery. And then in the meantime, I was coaching for Floyd Diaz. He fought tonight at Madison Square Garden. And I coached for him. I was his strength and conditioning coach for this fight. And so for those of you who watched it, I was up there on stage with him tonight. It was really exciting.
hey, what an amazing performance from Diaz, because eventually I know, when it comes to competition and things like that, I know every fighter comes to, bringing action at the MSG, whether it's the first time or second time, always fireworks. And I know, the future is bright for him, for you. And when you talk about future, what's your thoughts on women's boxing? You were a viewer. Maybe one day we will see you over here at the Garden. Is in your dreams to come one day and perform over here at the MSG, New York City?
For sure. I think women's boxing has come a long way since I started. When I turned pro, we did not have main event cards at Madison Square Garden. And now, like years later, we're here, and this women's, main event card at Madison Square Garden, it was amazing. Like, that main event was crazy. Sandy Ryan and Mikaela Mayer, they went out there and they gave it their all, and they both looked amazing, and they both worked really hard. And, congratulations to both girls for even getting in there, and congratulations to Mikaela for winning her fight. And it was just amazing. It was great, and I think women's boxing has come a long way, and it's only going to continue to grow. And I think that this just helped it take one more step forward, and hopefully, one day I will be headlining at MSG too.
Hey, God willing, I'll be here supporting, yourself, women's boxing, and whoever it will be your opponent, because, hey, women's boxing I feel like it's growing, the movement is getting huge, and eventually I'm one of the media that I like to support yourself and anybody. I mean, tell us a little bit, how it's been for you, like eventually going in a different place. An example, you went over Mexico and performed, different fighters, different styles. What's your learning lesson that, eventually you take from every fighter that you face it in your career?
I think the biggest lesson that I have learned within my pro career is to always be prepared for anything. You never know. You never know what type of person is going to come into the ring with you. You can sit here and you can study all their fights every single day, all day long, all you want to, and they might come out and look completely different. Styles make fights, and people train for what they think that they need to train for each fight, and it's the best to be adaptable and adjustable no matter what goes on in life. And I think that is the biggest lesson that I've learned, because I have fought in Mexico for the majority of my fights except for one, and I have fought girls from all over Colombia, Panama, Mexico, and I just think with every single fight I've taken something from each of those women, and I do appreciate them for getting in the ring with me in the first place and even giving me the opportunity to learn from them in that way. And I think that the biggest lesson that I've learned is to be ready for anything and to treat every fight like it's the biggest fight in the world and it's the most important fight of your entire life, because it might just be, you never know, and you never know who's going to get in there with you. So it's always best to be prepared and be able to adapt and adjust as things go on.
Totally agree with you, because eventually your career is going on, going up and more, and eventually, you'll be ready for a world title when you decide it, because I can tell you that probably a few fights more and ready to challenge someone in that division. And eventually I know great things will come in your career. I cannot leave you without asking better bit. Artur Beterviev, Artur Beterviev against Dmitry Bivol. What's your thoughts on it?
Against who?
Artur Beterview against Dmitry Bivol.
Bivol?
Yep.
I don't know.
What's your thoughts on
That is
that?
a really difficult fight because they both bring it. They both bring it. They're both really like aggressive. They'll sit down and they'll fight. And there's been a lot of discourse around about them fighting and who would win. And honestly, I think it would be a draw because they're both really good. They have similar fighting styles, and I just think that like it's either going to come down to who wants it more, or it's going to be a draw because both guys are going to come and they're going to bring it and they're going to give it their all.
I feel like it's gonna be interesting match because Artur Beterview, monster, and Dmitry Bivol. I feel like it has a lot of knowledge, especially fighting Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah.
Not an easy fight. I mean, prompts to Canelo Alvarez went to in his division. He couldn't make it. Another loss in his career, but I bet you that Dmitry Bivol won a lot of knowledge from him. Even though being a smaller weight class division, Canelo took it like okay, let's do it. So I don't know if that's gonna happen in the future.
It might. You never know.
If Canelo will face Artur Beterview or Dmitry Bivol, who knows? But we gotta stay tuned.
Maybe whoever the winner is, he'll face them.
Of course. Any message that you would like to send the fight fans, New York audience, and everyone will tune in, to check this interview?
I just want to say thank you for supporting. Thank you for watching. Thank you for taking the time out of your day. Thank you for interviewing me and for always supporting me.
Hey.
I appreciate you so much. And anybody who wants to do this, you can. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. It doesn't matter what it is. Whatever you have dreams to do, follow them and work really hard at them because you got it. And I believe in you, so you should believe in you.
There you go. Those words come out from CZarina McCoy, the Black Rose from New York City, right here. Thank you.